see, this is again an issue that has been explored again and again. It's best to explore it without getting frightened by it. Because when you ask a Hindu, do you believe in caste system? They say, I don't know, my father said we are Brahmins. Of course, I'm stuck. This is Hinduism, surely. Let me be very clear. Caste system in its real form is nothing but, if you like, division of labor based on your age and ability. This is the real meaning of the word caste that is seen in the scripture like the Purushokta. Different human beings in society have different skills, and the caste system in the scripture of authority, Purushokta, simply says, depending on your skill, try and kind of develop your skills to the full and use it for the betterment of greater society. This is the whole idea. So division of labor based on your age and ability is called Varnashram Dharma. Ashram, Varnashram Dharma. That is the actual original meaning of the word caste in Hinduism. Okay? Now you say, well, it's outdated. It's not outdated. It's being practiced in every civilized society today. The reason why you come to Eton is because you have certain skills. You want to kind of, sharpen your skills and become more proficient in a particular field, mathematics or science or art or whatever. And you kind of sharpen you and you focusing ability on that skill, so you become a masterful person and then contribute to the greater society and to yourself as well. Division of labor based on age and ability. This is what they do at 11 plus, at GCSE, at A level. They start streaming you. Which particular profession will suit your temperament. Simple as that. That's the original idea. Simple, very good idea. But in no time, like all good things, if you're not vigilant, this idea can become counterproductive. This is how it became counterproductive. First of all, what happened is this. It started becoming hereditary. So a king would say, I'm a king, my son is an idiot, but I still want him to be king. So it becomes hereditary. And I shouldn't say that in Eton College, but you see here in UK. So the Queen said, okay, when I retire, the head of the Commonwealth will be my son. Now Narendra Modi is sitting in the audience and said, no, not Prince Charles, no way. This guy is the right person to lead the Commonwealth. But see, hereditary. Visible in every society. It's a human kind of issue. For example, suppose I like physics. I wanted my daughter to study physics. She said, nothing doing, I hate physics. So I was trying to impose my hereditary on my daughter. Why? Because I can pass on my skills to her. See how nice, how clever it is. Look at this, intelligent. So I was trying to pass on my skills. Same with the idea of hereditary in every field. If your parents are lawyers, they'll gently nudge you to become a lawyer. Or their doctors say, oh yeah, be a doctor. So this is a naturally human instinct that you want to pass on your skills to your next generation, so it becomes hereditary. Here the trouble starts. Then the other part that is very worrying is that it starts stratifying human beings, society. It says, we are the elite, or we are the less elite. So it starts dividing society, becoming divisive. Not only hereditary, becomes hierarchical. We are upper, you are lower. We are the elite, you are not the elite. You are outsider. Now you think this is horrible. The Hindus did that? Oh yes, we did it big time. For 1,000 years, this was central teaching, hereditary, hierarchical caste system of the Manusmriti. But this is not right, because it's like a compromise, a serious, compromise of the very pure idea of caste system. So it became hereditary and hierarchical, okay? And it's been demolished now. It's kind of criminalized in India if you discriminate based on caste or class. But now, you may say, Mr. Lakan, this is horrible. The Hindus are very bad, aren't they? I'm telling you, suss out. Every society has used some kind of a stratification which is both hereditary and hierarchical. Every society. I said, really? I never thought. I thought it's just Hindu thing. It's not Hindu thing. The only thing in Hinduism, it was pushed off, planted as a religious injunction. In the Western world, it's considered to be just a class system. Here, Eton, there is a hereditary, hierarchical class system at Eton College. And the best example of a hereditary hierarchical class system, I'm saying it here at Eton, is the Queen. By mere birth, she's considered to be, naturally the head of the nation. Does it stop there? No, it goes a stage higher. Head of the church too. Hereditary hierarchical caste system practiced in Buckingham Palace. If somebody says Hinduism, I say, hang on. What about the Queen? So when they were trying to pass a legislation in this country saying discrimination based on caste should be abolished, I said, fine, but just add the following word. Discrimination based on caste or class must be demolished. If they put that in the parliament, the Queen will be gone in 2 ticks. That's the best example of hereditary hierarchical class systems. I said, okay, put legislation, but use the word no discrimination based on caste as well as class. There is a class system. Eton is the best example of a class system. Here you get the blue bloods, the upper class. But again, you may think, okay, it's a bit outdated. We still have a class system in the UK, but not perhaps based on that, based on wealth as a position or power, but based on kind of modern kind of myths. For example, the pop culture has got its own class. Have you noticed? For example, all pop musicians or pop stars gather together, they've got their own upper class. They can do weird things, take drugs, do weird stuff, and they still kind of are, worshipped by the rest of the public. So you create this kind of classification in every society. Recognize it and try and overcome it. In India, we're trying to overcome it big time, saying, look, I'll tell you one example. In the Bhagavad Gita, the scripture authority, this is how they define a Brahmin. See how it fits with what I just said. In the 18th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, they say a Brahmin is a person, this is how they define, Krishna defines a Brahmin. Not his hereditary, his father is a Brahmin. No. A Brahmin is a person who leads, if you like, a very God-centered or a spiritual life rather than a secular life. First definition. Second, he's a stickler for truth. He just can't help himself. He's truthful. The poor guy can't help himself. He can't lie. He just doesn't know how to lie. Second definition. Third definition, he's satisfied by nature. He's not craving, like animal things and this and that. He's self-satisfied. He's reasonably satisfied. He leads a God-centered, a spiritual life. Is honest by nature. This is the definition of Brahmin in the Bhagavad Gita. So if you see a Westerner walking outside here, Eton, who is very spiritually oriented, and he's kind of very honest and straightforward, and he leads a very gentle, satisfied life, you say, you are a Brahmin. He says, I'm not a Brahmin, I'm an Englishman. According to Bhagavad Gita, you are a Brahmin. This is the real definition. Defining a person by his abilities, his attributes, rather than by his birth. This is very crucial to explore.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.